Good morning. Although it's not actually morning, it's 12:30. I have not done hardly any video in this morning. Got up a little bit later than normal, had some coffee here at Tarantulas, and did some chores, kind of got packed up. At the last minute, I don't know if I told you all, I did decide to bring micro spikes because of all the snow. I decided I did not need those micro spikes. The snow that was here has already mostly melted, and what is up north, it should be well melted by the time we get there. So I sent my micro spikes home this morning. I also decided to send my Tiva camp shoes home. Everything is so dry here. I just can't imagine my trail runners staying wet very long, and it's another pound I could get rid of. So I did send those home this morning. And Stealth had a few things. She sent herself a box up further north. So we went to the post office, had breakfast, and then we've just kind of been lounging around here, catching up on some things. And we have a shuttle going back out here shortly. And we're only going to do like 7 point something today. And we kind of have our plan this next stretch around water. And then we also wanted to do two shorter kind of days. So the short day in and the short day out. And then that sets us up to be at Kentucky camp the following night. So, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so, we're supposed to get a shuttle back to trail, and we're gonna get walking. Okay, there's our shuttle. And I'm not sure what she's doing.
This is like cooling.
So we are here about where we got picked up at. Just down the road, there was a parking lot a little bit the other way. So now we have 7 point something miles and starting in the hottest part of the day, but it was nice to have a leisurely morning. So I guess we got to find the trail here and get to walking. Okay, we've made it back. So while I did tell you I got rid of the Tivas and my micro spikes, I did add a couple small things. I was not carrying any sunblock because I didn't wear sunscreen at all on the PCT. I did a couple days early on, and the dirt just stuck to it and made it worse. And I just kept covered up all the time, and my hands are covered, and I was fine. But I got some sunscreen because my face was just so dry, and around my nose was so dry. So hoping that'll help a little bit there. And now I'm carrying two things of chapstick. I have a regular Burt's Bees, and I bought some like SPF, different stuff in town. But my pack's feeling pretty good because I'm only carrying about 2 liters, just slightly over 2 liters of water right now. I do have 4 days of food, but then with the other 2 pounds that I sent home, the pack's feeling good, just starting out. And today it's all climbing, but it's very gradual. Like a net of about 800 feet of just undulating at about 8 miles. So the net gain is only about 100 feet a mile, even though there are gonna be a lot of little ups and downs between there. But it should be pretty cruisy, I hope. A couple miles into the day, and man, what a difference 24 hours off trail and in town makes. Still got this sinus stuff going on a bit, but I feel a lot better. My body feels good and strong and not tired. And the terrain's a little better. It's been very gradual climbing and a much smoother treadway these first couple miles. I believe the next couple days may be like that. So that's uplifting. And it's just nice to be back. It feels good to have made it through the first section with a town stop and back on trail, making some progress. I was looking at the plans for the next few days and earlier, and I realized, man, in a few days we'll already be at 100 miles. It's crazy how fast these things go. But beautiful views today, beautiful views.
is like the most natural walking ever. Oh, we're gonna lose him. Hey,
how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
It's just me.
Oh, nice, enjoy. Oh wait, I was waiting for you up here in the other bay.
Oh, I didn't realize you were. All right.
Okay.
One bite? Yeah, you get over right here. Yeah, I'm good.
This is so. All for the content.
I've already seen 3 mountain bikers today. All right, this is a very cute little bridge, and it has the AZT logo. Okay, that's Trail South, and you can see the trail. Follow it along. And on the last hill, you can see back over there is the trail going that way. Let me zoom in a little on that. See that there? Now let's keep going. Stunning. I don't know if you can see them in this camera. There's about 5 cows, about 50 yards off the trail, just in little bitty slivers of shade, and just enjoying 360 views. How you doing? You hot? I bet you wish there was some more water here. All right, I'm gonna get moving along. Okay, so today has been going splendidly. I was listening to an audiobook for a bit, and I looked at far out, and we are only 1 mile from destination today. And it's 4:15, and I actually sat down. I got this great view here. I'll show you in a second. Had a snack, and just this is a good break spot. Let me show you. And then I guess I'll wait here a little bit longer, and then we'll go up and find these lakes, which I don't think they're going to be anything like PCT beautiful lakes. I think they're probably going to be cow ponds of some sort. But anyway, this is beautiful. It's a great view. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, we're off to the AZT now and looking for the water. Okay, this was supposed to be good clean water, and it's nothing but cow feces water. So for the time being, we've decided no bueno. And I saw another pond up here, and I'm not sure if it's fenced off or not. I'm gonna go see if I can find water. Okay, so we had that lovely hike today, and then it was the steepest. It was very steep, up and then down to where we're at, where this good water was supposed to be. As I showed you, it's like cow poop water. We looked around a little bit, and there's nothing any better. And I believe this is stuff we're going to have to drink at some point on the AZT. But I am not I am not yet ready to do that. Stealth says she thinks other people just have lower standards than we do at this point.
I mean, based on the comments.
Yeah, I mean, this is bad. So we both have a liter, and there's water in 7. So we're going to keep going and see like another mile or 2 or 3, I don't know how far, and just kind of figure it out. But we can survive tonight on a liter, and I maybe just won't cook dinner or something like that. And so it was a field trip off trail, and just today has been my favorite day on trail so far. And then this. All right, it is 5:45 or so, and it's gonna be dark in about an hour and 15. We decided to keep on moving from that water source. There was a chance that in 1.5 there were a couple puddles that were there 4 days ago. So I'm not counting on it. But if I can get a little more water, I can probably cook dinner. We're gonna keep going. We've done a little over a mile of it. So at that point it'll be in about a half mile. And then as it gets close to dark, we'll have to make some decisions on where we're gonna camp. But going a little further today will just make tomorrow shorter. And it's really cooled off a lot now that the sun has started to go down. And it's turned into a beautiful evening. Bone dry, like my throat. Okay, so the decision has been made for now. There's no water here. It's 6.1 to the next reliable, and it gets hot in the morning quickly. And Stealth said she doesn't fancy anything close to 6 in the morning with no water, and I don't fancy that either. So we're gonna try to hike about another 4. Probably have to use some headlamps for the last hour or so. But that'll get us close to water in the morning. And then, assuming we decide we still want to stay at Kentucky camp tomorrow, we'll have a nice short day tomorrow. So it all works out one way or the other. All right, the sun is set there where we're at. But off in the distance, on these taller mountains, still got sun on them. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, it's about, I don't know, 6:45 So it's gonna be dark in 20 minutes probably. I have just over a half liter of water. When we got to that water source that we intended to get water from, we left there both having right at 1 liter. So we had started off with planning to do a 7.5 mile easy afternoon. Looks like now we're probably gonna do, since 1:30 p.m. we're gonna have to do at least 13 probably. But where we're standing now, we're only 4.5 from this water. So I don't know, just depending on, I don't know that I want to do that many more. But just depending on how things shake out, I guess there's a chance we end up going all the way, but probably, I think we'll do another 2 or 3. I'll just skip dinner tonight. I did drink a liter of water before we left town. I started with 2.5. So while I'll be thirsty, I'm not dehydrated. And it'll just be what it is. So it's a beautiful night to hike. It's starting to get a little breezy, and I'm not sure, I need to look at the elevation profile, if we're going to keep just rounding these hills or if we're going to go up and over, what we're doing. But next time you see me, it'll probably be dark. All right, I guess I just stepped right over this thing. I don't know. No, it's not a rattler. I don't know what it is.
Teeny baby.
I'm not sure what it is. Can you see it? What is this, guys? And everything now in the dark. And I didn't say this earlier, but I stepped over that snake and didn't see it.
Oh wow, you were zoomed right in. That's terrifying.
All happening today.
Man, this night hike, now look at this scorpion. Wow. The thing's tiny. It's about the size of a quarter would cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was a good eye to see that. Okay, I'm back because I have nothing but good news to share. We complained in a little bit. Feet were hurting. We kept pushing on. We got to where the water was supposed to be. It was down a much steeper hill than we expected. Couldn't find the water. But then we were like, wow, there's some really flat camp spots and nobody's here. So we found water and she said, I don't think that looks good. And I was like bending down to get some. I said, I don't think it smells good. So she's like, hold on. And she went and looked somewhere further. And then we had to go down another hill. And we found water that was like crystal clear, cold. Like it looked like spring water. It was probably spring water. It tastes amazing. We got a couple liters. We got set up. Nobody's here. We got great camp spots. So I haven't even cooked dinner yet. I haven't look what time it is, but it's probably, I bet it's close to 10 o'clock. But then we also just realized we did 15.1, not starting until 1:30. And we actually have less than 10 miles to Kentucky camp tomorrow. And tomorrow is supposed to be, I think, 96. I don't remember. It's high 90s tomorrow. It's going to be our hottest day. So it'll be really nice to not have very much to do if we don't want to. And I don't think we're going to want to. But I'm going to eat dinner and get to bed. So have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.